Hi, I'm Amanda Beard, 7-time medalist. I get my Aquasphere gear at swimoutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. Check them out today.
Welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Friday, September 30th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to Anthony Nesty. The former Olympic champion is now associate head swim coach at the University of Florida. Anthony Nesty joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from Gainesville. Coach Nesty, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
How you liking being a head coach for the year?
Well, it's a great honor, of course, especially when Florida's your alma mater and you're coaching there. So it's special, and as you well know, it's a lot of work.
I do. Now, I know Coach Troy has a lot on his plate, being the head men's coach for the U.S. Olympic team, preparing for that. But give us an idea of what it's like. Is he still there every day? Are you taking over some of the responsibilities this year? How's it being divvied up?
Well, he has his international group that he's focused on, but he's still obviously involved with the varsity team, which is the college team. We kind of have separate names for both teams. But you know, Martin and I are trying to take care of the college team, where he's mostly focused on the aspect of being the head coach for the men for the Olympics, and taking care of the international group here as well.
As well, you got to go to the World University Games as an assistant coach for the U.S. What was that like for you?
Yeah, that was awesome. My first U.S. trip, so that was kind of a special deal for me, and working with all those great coaches in the U.S. It was pretty special for me, and again, it was my first trip, so interacting with all those great athletes from the U.S. It was something special.
Do you still have family in Suriname?
Yeah, my mom and dad still live there. Yeah.
You go back there from time to time?
I haven't been in a while, but it obviously work. It's a lot of work to do here in Gainesville, and being a college coach, and swimming takes a lot of your time, as you well know, especially if you're a coach. But my parents come here quite often.
I want to ask you about the famous moment for you in 1988. You're in Seoul, Korea, Olympic Games, going against Matt Biondi in the 100 fly. He's the heavy favorite, having the historic Olympic Games, but you touch him out by 1/100th of a second. What do you remember about that race?
Well, all I wanted to do that race, because at the 75, I kind of knew I was probably top 3, and my goal was to get a medal at that point in time. But so I just charged the last 25. As coaches always said, the last 10 meters, put your head down and keep your strokes long and get to the wall as fast as you can, which I did. So I was pretty fortunate that day.
Remind us what the finish was like, because I think people want to compare it to the Phelps-Kavich from the last Olympics, and kind of the bizarre way that finish unfolded. With it seemed like it was over, but then, you know, between Kavich gliding in and Phelps with the super quick short stroke, touching him out by 1/100th of a second. What was it like visually? Remind us.
Well, visually for me, I saw Matt, you know, on the corner of my right eye. He was way ahead, so there's no way I could have caught him. But obviously he glided in the last 2 meters, and he thought he had the race won. And again, fortunate for me, where my stroke count was right on that day, and when I touched the wall, he was still kicking in, and you know, I fortunately won. So, you know, pretty lucky, and sometimes it's good to have a little luck behind you.
I swear I asked that, honestly not remembering what it was like, but it sounds remarkably similar to the Kavich-Phelps situation.
Very similar, and as a matter of fact, they're both Cal guys, I think. No, but again, it's racing, and you hold the old cliche: the race is never over until you touch the wall, and that holds true.
Are you saying the Cal guys don't know how to keep their head down at the finish, like I tell everybody every day on the show?
No, I didn't say that. I just mentioned that they were both Cal guys, but again, the old cliche holds true for sure. The race isn't over until the end.
How was Coach Troy? Because a lot of people don't remember this. Coach Troy was your coach 25 years ago when you were getting ready for the Olympics, right?
Coach Troy, yep, he was, and I was also on campus here, but it was a very special moment. My dad was in the stands. Coach Troy was there. The college coach Randy Reese was in there as well. And again, it was a special moment for me and my family, and especially the people from back home, because they, the first medal ever for Suriname, and it was a big deal, especially back home.
How has Coach Troy changed over the past 25 years as a coach?
Well, he's still the same fiery old guy, but he has calmed down a little bit. But he still has the passion for what he does. He's still he's always fair and on a day-to-day dealing with the athletes, which is the way I like it myself. You could be challenging, but you also have to be fair with the athletes. And the good thing about the things here, we have a lot of good people here, great athletes, and they have the great attitudes, and they want to get better, and the hard work certainly pays off.
What are your expectations for the teams this year?
Well, to be top 10 is always our goal. To win the SEC is always our goal in conference, and to be top 10 team at the NC2A meet is always what we strive for here at UF. So.
Well, good luck this year, Coach. Thank you very much for joining us and reminiscing a little bit about the past, and for bringing up Cal. That was fun.
All right, thank you, and enjoy the rest of the week.
All right, thanks. You too. That's Coach Anthony Nesty joining us from Gainesville, Florida. That's it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush. Like I said, reminding everyone to keep their head down at the finish.